Valentine's Day. And in light of that, I figured John 3:16 would be a good verse to read. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. If it's not the first verse you memorized, it's probably one of the first. We see it all over the place. We see it on shirts, maybe on banners, even on the little eye black that some football players have. And rightly so. It's a great verse. But it's even more impactful when you read the verse following it. In verse 17 it says, for God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. See, Jesus' purpose in coming was not to condemn us. No, that's not the case at all. See, we were already headed in a direction we didn't want to go. We didn't need to go. See, he came and freed us from that. And that's not to say we were bad people. No, we weren't. We just weren't perfect. We had fallen short of what God calls us to be. And see, when we understand that, when we grasp that, we realize the great gift that God has given us through his Son. A way to think about it is, let's say I was feeling really generous, and I came up to you and said, hey, I'm going to pay off your car loan. Well, after you got over the initial of where did he get the money, and he's usually not this generous, you'd go, okay, let's say you had $15,000 that you still owed on your car, and I wiped it out. Would you not be excited? Yeah, that's a monthly payment. That's a chunk of money you now have that you didn't before. If, on the other hand, you had already paid off your car, you owed nothing on it, and I came and made that same offer, well, it'd be a nice gesture, but it's not really that useful to you. See, the impact, the power of John 3:16 is seen in verse 17. See, it doesn't matter that you've messed up. We all mess up. It doesn't matter what you've done, or maybe what you haven't done that you should have. Maybe the words you said that, you really wished you could take back. Or maybe it's the words that you didn't say. See, we all mess up. We all fall short of what God calls us to be. And that imperfection is what keeps us from being with God. Jesus didn't come to condemn us, but to save us. See, when we grasp the fact that we are sinners, forgiven sinners, loved sinners, when we grasp that in the debt we had, then we realize the greatness of the gift of love that was given through Jesus coming to this earth. And we can appreciate it. It is so much more impactful when we grasp the debt we had. As God's love impacts you, let's go impact the world. And not on just this one day by doing something nice, but continually striving to let people know of God's love. Not just one day, but daily. Why? Because God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. The eternal life that we have. Let's go impact the world.